GIS has changed dramatically in the last 13 years. When I first came to the city, I was the first GIS hire the city had ever had. I had to explain to people what geographic information systems was. Now when we get new hires in the city, they actually come to me asking for access and what information I have available.
This will give us a tool to see where our most vulnerable areas of the city are and where we should be engaging in planning as far as sediment control, perhaps putting in some living shorelines to stabilize our coastline and other stabilization techniques.
We worked extensively with the engineering and architectural firm Michael Baker to put the project together.
This story map really is just a way for us to communicate with residents and the resilience community and the historic preservation community. 3 years worth of effort from the Weather It Together initiative in Annapolis.
It is the first of its kind nationwide.
It's very dynamic. The program allows users to really focus in on what they want to see.
And we use videos, interactive maps, visuals, and we really support that with a strong narrative, interweaving history and some science all the way through to create this one-stop resource.
So it is the visual story of sea level rise in Annapolis. And what it provides is a one-stop resource for residents, business owners, and coastal communities to learn about, evaluate, make decisions about sea level rise. And it's based on the extensive research, planning, and solutions that went into Weather It Together.
So the Weather It Together initiative started about 4 years ago.
Weather It Together is a over 100-page report.
Since I am responsible for the GIS for the whole city, embarking on this project on my own was just not an option.
We had an internal practice leadership sort of experiment, the inaugural Planning Innovation Lab, where our company solicited proposals from staff for ideas, and they were going to provide support to sort of fulfill those ideas. I happened to win with the idea that I proposed, and we actually reached out to Annapolis because we knew they had sort of a fairly robust Weather It Together initiative. They were a historic port city that was experiencing sea level rise, coastal inundation, and we thought it would be a really great partnership.
So when Michael Baker International approached us with this new innovation lab, and they were looking for a project to kind of showcase, and were offering their services for free, it suddenly became something we could do.
Well, the city leadership was involved in identifying the needs of the city residents and what was important to preserve as part of the plan.
The city really showed an incredible amount of motivation and initiative by going forward with Weather It Together in the first place.
And the city will use the story map to demonstrate how flooding has affected our city in the past and to explain why our history is worth preserving, and then also to lay the foundation for the strategies that we're going to implement to save our seaport city.
When we first embarked on this project, it was the summer of 2017, and we had about 3 to 4 months before the Keeping History Above Water conference in November of 2017.
We also had a wonderful fellow from New Zealand who was here working with our historic preservation group.
I was placed at the City of Annapolis Planning and Zoning Department to support the Weather It Together initiative for 3 months.
She was heavily involved in the story map effort from a content development and even application development standpoint.
One of the greatest take-homes I had from my time supporting the Weather It Together initiative is the power of networking and community engagement. The effort taken by the Weather It Together team to partner with like-minded heritage and resiliency professionals and communicate with and listen to the local community has really strengthened the support and effective implementation of the city's cultural resource hazard mitigation plan.
She's actually going to be presenting about the story map and some of the lessons learned and best practices here in the next few months down in New Zealand.
I've been approached by other municipalities who are interested in how we put this together. So I do think it could be useful. They see the value of telling their story in their community. People can get to the Weather It Together story map via website on their computer, iPhone, iPad, or Android devices.
And the story map can be enhanced and added to over time to keep it dynamic and ever-changing, and that way it will always be up to date for our community needs.
The information is more accessible than ever.
I'm incredibly proud of this project and the individuals that collaborated with us and partners that provided support.
In the GIS world, we're an industry that really shares and tries to build on each other's shoulders. So to be recognized as a leader in a project is a really great honor.
I'm super proud of the award. They did a fantastic job, so I am very happy that we even won a distinguished award. Pretty cool.